Well, 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 well. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ray Lytle, and this is Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. I am joined by the creeper himself. Steve is back. Now, I'm anxiously waiting, and I'm delaying Steve talking so you guys can hear how he sounds.
Are you ready?
Because, yeah. Wait. I heard a little bit there. Okay, hold on. All right. I want to hear Steve talk to see if he fixed the microphone issue. Hello, Steve.
Hello, Ray. Good morning.
Oh my God! Listen to that. That's how it's supposed to sound, Steve.
Yep.
You got it. You got it fixed.
Yep.
What was the problem?
Headphones.
Oh, so that was the problem? That's the headphones?
Yeah. Had to do with those headphones running off Bluetooth.
Oh yeah. So and you went and got.
I just got the plug in.
So you're saying it was the expensive ones that were causing the problem.
Yep.
So you went and got some cheap plug-in headphones, and now you sound fine.
Yep. Exactly what I did.
So
I bought 4 pair, actually.
So you decided to go to the cheap route.
Well, yeah.
All right, so Fat 420 says, well, it sounds overmodulated, but much better than it was yesterday.
Right.
TITTAY. Yeah. Billy Pretty's in the chat room. His dad was RTQ. His dad was Ronnie. And he said Titty Tuesday was his dad's favorite. It was, yeah. RTQ is a fan of Titty Tuesday. But I'll tell you why. I can tell you why RTQ is a fan of Titty Tuesday. Okay, I can give you the exact reason why he liked it. Because TITTAY Tuesday was always Jimmy's idea.
Huh.
All right. Whenever I've told the story, a bunch of beginnings of TITTAY Tuesday. It was when we had meetings. We would have meetings over what the show was going to be on that coming week. And every freaking week, Jimmy would say, hey, we should do TITTAY Tuesday. And we always said, we're not doing Titty Tuesday. We should do Thong Thursday. And we always said, we're not doing that. But then on days when we would make fun of Jim for the whole thing, we would always say, we're not doing your idea, Jim. And so it would always end up being Jimmy would go out in the street, and his whole plan was, this is his plan for TITTAY Tuesday, is he would go out in the street and women would flash him, right? Well, no one wanted to flash a pervert. So then we'd send like RTQ and Mikey out, or Jimmy would be on one side of the road or something, and then RTQ would be on the other, and it would always be RTQ and Shaner, or or Mikey and Jimmy or whatever, but RTQ would always be on the opposite side of Jimmy, and so everybody would come by and flash RTQ just to make Jim angry. So that's the real reason. That's the real reason that Ronnie loved TITTAY Tuesday, because they would end up flashing him and whoever was with him on that show.
But couldn't you not also say Titty Tuesday? Wasn't that against the rules?
Yeah, we could TITTAY. We couldn't say titty. Titty.
You could say TITTAY. Just that the different vowel inflection.
Yeah, which TITTAY is not even a word.
Wow. All right.
Yeah. So that's why Ron,
you gotta love the FCC.
RTQ loved it because whenever Jim made some kind of perverted suggestion like that, nobody would want to go by and give it to him. they would give it to Jimmy, or they would do it for Ronnie, just to make Jim angry, which I thought was great. Boy, I tell you, this is how I started the day out today. I wake up and I go down to the bathroom. My eyes aren't even working, but I'm looking at the phone, and I see that picture that Nick posted. Did you see that picture that Nick posted, Steve?
No, I didn't.
Nick posted a picture from 2019 of joyful fat Nick. Joyful, happy, fat Nick. And then he posted a current picture of that good looking son of a bitch, current Nick. In fact, let me I will share it with everyone. You got to see it because it's I thought it was I thought it was amazing, Nick. You look fabulous. I mean,
Thank you.
And I thought I thought that the two together, although I like Fat Nick, I like the guy on the right.
I know you like Jabba the Nick much better. I
like that Nick
than Nick Solo,
but I like you, and that picture is freaking amazing, and I think it's proof to people that everyone can do whatever you want to do.
Wow.
I mean, look at that. Look at that. That picture of Nick at 270 pounds. He's so fat, his eyes look closed. That's how fat he is.
Yes.
That's how fat he is in the picture to the right. His eyes look closed. He's that fat.
In full disclosure, that picture's probably after like 4 bourbon and cokes, so who knows what was going on at that time.
And then there's that pic to the left with current Nick. I mean, the son of a bitch has abs. I mean, look at the bragging going on in that picture to the left. The 220 pounds. Look at that guy. I mean, good Lord. Isn't that amazing? And Kathy says that current Nick pic made me do a double take. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look how good he looks. Son of a bitch.
I haven't weighed 220 pounds since I was in 7th grade.
I look at it and I go, God damn, you son of a bitch. I got angry. That's how you
did you really get angry?
You want to know how good you looked? Honest to God. You look so good. I got angry when I saw this. You lovable bastard. Look at you. Yeah, no, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
It really. So here's this pussy goes. So is this too much? Did I overdo it? I didn't know you didn't overdo it. You look fantastic. You didn't overdo it. Come on. Yeah. I love it. Adam says thin Nick. Chicks digging him like he's a thin mint. Yeah. Everybody wants to take a bite out of that new Nick. You look so much younger. You know what I mean? Yeah. You guys gotta watch him. You gotta watch him. Make sure he doesn't have too many changes. That's what I do, Nick. I'm just making sure there's not personality changes in your.
No. Yeah, I need to be made sure I'm
you
kept
humble.
in check. Yes.
But I'll tell you look fantastic, you son of a
Thank
bitch.
you.
And I'm saying, it's good. When I look at it and get angry, it's like, oh, you son of a bitch. You just look fantastic. You should be so proud of yourself. You really should. I mean, wow. He looks like a new man. I mean, you're a toupee away from looking like a professional wrestler, my man. You need to get like Fat 420 says, like Macho Man, need to get a Macho Man wig. Put that Macho Man wig on. No, you look good. You really do.
Yeah, they're good, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. Now, Kelly, she had big weight loss too. You know, she says she feels 20 years younger with weight loss. Do you feel younger?
Not really, but it's just I'm not as grumpy or tired or sloth-like, if that makes sense.
Well, I mean, you've done it the hard way. You've literally gone out and worked yourself into this weight loss. I mean, it's pretty spectacular. It really is. Chris Stice says, old Nick looks like he ate new Nick. Yeah, it looks like old Nick did eat new Nick. You can't put the weight back on because we would be merciless. You can't. you can't. Oh my God. Now you're looking good. How your wife likes it? She's got to be having some fun with it, right? Oh. You're not answering. I didn't hear.
Can you hear me?
Oh
Can you
yeah,
hear me?
there you go. I said, does your wife like it?
Yes.
Yeah, I see. She's in the chat room. She says she loves it. Yeah. Yeah, you're looking good.
She was she was talking to me yesterday after we got home from work, and I'm wearing a shirt that's like I was sweating in, and I'm like, I'm going to change my shirt. So I took it off as she's talking to me, and she paused.
Because you took your shirt off?
Mid sentence.
Because she sees you every day. And there you are right in front of her. Was sexy music playing? Was there some saxophone music?
It might as well have been. Careless Whisper should have been playing in the background.
Don't mind me. It's getting hot in here. What did you say when you took your shirt off? Oh, God,
I apologize. Oh, sorry. Woo. I got hot. I want to change my shirt.
It's so
Go ahead
hot.
with your thought.
So hot. Let me take my shirt off. Oh, yeah. And then, boom, the shirt comes off, and were you flexing your pecs?
No, I didn't flex.
Look at that.
No flexing.
Yeah,
so just changing my shirt.
Are you getting more sex?
Yeah.
I mean, I would think
so.
I would think.
But I've always been.
Like you've always gotten a lot?
In recent times, yes.
Yeah.
As I've gotten older, the sex has been more, which has been nice. This is great, actually.
Did Fat Nick get any sex?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So she actually gave sex to Fat Nick.
Yeah.
Ladies, if you're in the chat room, look at the picture that I've shared right now. Please tell me which one you would rather have sex with. Would you like it with Fat Nick or current Nick? Or guys, you can jump into. Steve, which one would you rather have sex with? Did your leanings lean towards having sex with men?
I'd go with Fat Nick.
Oh, you don't have sex with Fat Nick?
Yeah, I'm a chubby chaser.
He's a chubby chaser.
You're a chubby chaser. Oh, I would go with current Nick. Yeah, because I'd be taking it on the bottom, and Big Nick would squash me, right? And you'd want current Nick. You wouldn't want to be squashed. You'd want or maybe if you're on top of him, you wouldn't. You think that how could you balance on top of Fat Nick? Could someone? I guess we'd have to ask Shannon, but could you could you balance? Could you balance on Fat Nick?
Are you asking me?
With a can-do attitude, anyone can do anything.
I imagine it's much easier. Are you guys trying new positions and stuff now? Because look at you. I mean, yeah. Fat 420 says he would go with Fat Nick because the bigger the cushion, the better the pushing.
Exactly.
Billy says, get up there like a surfer. He'd ride that wave. I'm just Nick, you're not trying any new positions or anything?
No, I just the no.
Just
you know what? I'm not comfortable talking about that right now.
Oh, I know I would. If I lost a bunch of weight, I would definitely try new positions. All kinds of stuff. It'd be about a day and she'd be wanting Oh, Shannon says he's not answering because I'm here. Yeah. I should just ask Shannon. She could be the one that'd be telling us.
Ask her away. Yeah, ask away.
I mean, Shannon, can you guys try new positions now? I mean, that's what I would be trying to, try something
She's the one benefiting from everything.
Yeah. I mean, who'd want Fat Nick on top of him needing a rest, Yeah, she says absolutely. You guys try new positions. And that's fantastic. Good. I mean, there. Imagine the guy to the right stopping in the middle of your coitus, saying, "Oh, hold on, I'm gonna catch my breath." And imagine the guy on the left not needing to stop, just going through with it, ladies. I'm just trying to point that out. So Shannon says you guys are absolutely trying new positions. Look at that. So it seems like everything is like you're going good. Meanwhile, Kelly's in the chat room dating all her weight with her weight loss. With her weight loss, she's dating a guy half her age. Isn't that crazy? With her weight loss, she says she started to date a guy half her age. Oh my God. Look at that. She says she wants to know what everybody's opinion is of an older woman dating a younger guy. Wow.
Get it where you can get it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Whatever. I mean, whatever.
Who cares
Two
what
adults.
everyone else thinks?
Yeah, two adults. Whatever you're doing.
Two adults.
Yeah. I think maybe that's the reason I shouldn't lose weight. Because I just think that would be really. I mean, I think I would be I'd be too attractive, and it'd be hard to hold off. You know what I mean? I'd have to hold off younger, really attractive women. And could I do that? And should I do that? And would it be fair to my wife? Maybe that's the real reason that I'm not dropping massive amounts of weight like Nick. In that photo, he's dropped 50 pounds. 50 freaking pounds. Look at him.
And that's was starting in end of February.
Yeah. It's amazing. Kelly says she feels like a predator. I feel like I should be on some predator list, even though the guy's 26. Well, yeah, but listen. I mean, here's the deal.
How old is Kelly?
Kelly's in her 40s.
Oh, enjoy it.
Are you in your 40s? You're in your 40s, right? Or
yeah, I'm 42.
Yeah. So just saying,
Get
the
yourself
guy-
some boy toys for a little bit.
like here's the deal. I mean, when you're that old, and I don't, of course I'm not. So she's 52. Oh, she's 52.
Oh yeah, there you
I
go.
didn't know you were
Even
so
better.
close. Kelly, I didn't realize you were so close to my age. It's because I'm young. I was young for my I was the youngest kid in my class, you know what I mean? I think that's why, but yeah. But like if you're that old, okay, it's inevitable that it's going to be a short time thing. You know what I mean? Right?
Unless you got some sort of really good connection.
No, but yeah, but unless it's just, you know, but I mean, like, you know, it's going to be a at most the guy's 26.
Yeah.
So you might get together with him, have a good, you know, who knows, you could have a few years, but I'm just saying, like, you hook up with someone, but it's not like a long-term thing is very unlikely. So you might as well have fun while you can.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. That's how it works.
Sometimes it's okay to order off the kids' menu.
Yeah. I'm just like, look at I'm trying to think of somebody famous as an example. And who's the guy that married Demi Moore? Why am I
Ashton
forgetting?
Kutcher.
Thank you. Ashton Kutcher hooked up with Demi Moore. I mean, they got together. He knew it was inevitable that they would break up. He knew that was inevitable, but they got together for a while, and you know, and they had fun with it until, you know, then there's that point when you start looking at the numbers and you just go, well, yeah, it's not.
Yeah, there's other factors that come into play, such as, you know, family and children and stuff like that.
I think the guy wanted his own kids and stuff, and her kids are almost his age. Yeah, so you just worry about the now. You worry about the now. The now is you and this young guy are having some fun. I mean, you know, he's 26. Probably, you know, rock your world sexually or whatever. Have some fun. And then when it's time, you just move on, you know. Then you get yourself a good fat guy, good 50-year-old fat guy, and then you'll be, you know, you'll have good memories of the young guy rocking your world. And, you know, I'm just saying, that's how it works. When you lose that much weight and you start feeling good, that's how it goes. Maybe that's how I'll explain it to my wife when I lose all the weight and start banging. You know, like good, really younger, hot. And she kicks my ass. That would be the explanation. Well, there's a reason why.
Why is Ray dead?
She says, I
How did he die?
asked if the age difference
Oh,
bothered
he got
him.
his ass kicked by his wife.
She asked the guy if his age difference bothered him. He said, no, it's just a number. What we do is between, yeah, as I said, like Billy said earlier, hit it and quit it. That's the guy's, you know, that's obviously the mindset is just having fun. Certainly nothing wrong with it. So no, you shouldn't feel guilty. You shouldn't feel guilty of anything, Kelly. Just have fun. Just have fun. Have some fun with the guy. And then when you're ready to settle down, there's people like Steve.
Steve will be waiting.
Yeah. Steve will, Steve
I
will be
thought we
waiting.
did, but I did.
Steve will be waiting. You know.
You can find him in any parking lot indicator. He'll be waiting for you.
Yeah. You can get some guy like Hillbilly Joe who wants to watch, who just wants to watch you have fun with other guys or whatever the
No,
hell.
don't hook up with anyone who makes you write apology letters.
Just you know. Yeah. There you go. Have some fun. Have some fun. That's what I say. Of course, I can't lose the weight that I lost 100 pounds and you couldn't even tell. You know what I mean? I think that's what makes me mad, by the way. I dropped 100 pounds. No one could even tell. Nick dropped 50 pounds and it drastically changed. You know what I mean? It looks fantastic. So you got some results. You know what I mean? So it makes you want to keep going. You lose 100 pounds and no one can tell you. You don't even, you know. There's just not as much motivation.
Yeah, but still, I mean, then you have to look at it. You have to change your perspective. You have to look at numbers wise. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it body wise. Look at it number wise.
No,
I mean, 100 pounds is a huge deal.
No,
regardless of whether you can tell the difference or not.
I still looked like a big fat. I still look.
No, you
like
get out. You need to get out of that. Get out of that mindset, or else.
Yeah, but I mean, seriously, I can't even. You know, I lost weight and walk worse. Just sucks. It just sucks. Oh well, I'm happy for you, Nick.
Oh, thank you.
I'm happy for you. Oh well. Oh well. That's how I started. So I started my day looking at the pictures of poor lonely fat Nick. Or happy fat Nick.
Yeah, there's no low.
Poor fat Nick who's now dead. Fat Nick is now dead. So I woke up looking at Fat Nick who died and looking at the life of active Nick, current Nick, and how happy. He looked so happy that he killed Fat Nick. Outside of that cockiness, I really like the picture. So
Cockiness.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you look at the photo, if you really look at the photo, and you take it this way, everyone take it this way. Look at the photo. The guy on the right, Fat Nick, he was so happy. He was so worry-free. Sure, he couldn't breathe properly or sleep. And even shitting was uncomfortable. That was Fat Nick. And then on the left, there's young, cocky, big, girthy Nick. He snuck into Fat Nick. He stuck into Fat. He snuck into Fat Nick's house at night and held Fat Nick's pillow over his face. And Fat Nick slowly died, feeling everything.
There's been a murder in this house.
Yeah, Fat Nick was murdered by current Nick. He murdered him. Mercilessly murdering Fat Nick. So when you look at that picture, you see the guy on the right, and I just want you to think that he is dead, and the guy on the left killed him. That's what I did when I looked at the photo of your here and now pictures compared to your then and now pictures. I looked at the then guy and realized he was murdered by the now guy, and it made me kind of sad. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, but it was a fine day to start the day, and I'm really proud of you, Nick. Hello, good morning. You're on the Morning Disaster.
Good morning, Ray. It's Mikey.
Hey, Mikey, what's up, brother?
Oh, nothing. Just thought I'd call and say hi, see what the heck is going on.
I was talking to Mikey yesterday about Mikey sent me out of the blue. He sent me a text. He goes, "Hey, what was the name of the wrestling show we were on?"
Yeah, I could not remember for the life.
He goes, "Was it Raw or SmackDown?" And I had to tell him, I go, "Mikey, no, it wasn't either of those. It was WCW Thunder was the show that we were on. In fact, Mikey was literally. Did you see it finally, Mikey?
I didn't see it live because I downloaded the app, but then when I went in to watch that show, they wanted me to pay a monthly subscription. I was like, I pay for enough TV. I ain't paying for anything more. I never saw the actual video, but I saw the still picture that you sent me. And I was like, yep, there's the shit I am.
I'm telling you, it was from May 10th of 2000, and it was the WCW Thunder that was recorded here in Springfield. The Morning Disaster was on it. In fact, I sent some of the pictures over. My favorite one, there's a picture where somebody is holding a sign that says somebody was holding a sign that says Ray Lytle is fat. And they're holding it up. They're holding it up during WCW Thunder.
I remember we did a contest about how many people could get, people could get the Morning Disaster name or your name or something on the TV screen.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's so many people brought banners and poster boards.
It was
stuff. I remember.
It was freaking incredible. We were at the time. Were we syndicated? I think we might have been
at that time.
We might have been syndicated. But it was crazy.
We were syndicated in 2000, but I'm not sure exactly what month it all took place.
But we did this. They did WCW Thunder, and we go on the air. We say, "Hey, everybody, bring your." We were doing the DWO commercial. We were doing the DWO bits on CW or CW 23. We were doing the DWO stuff on TV, and so we were doing all that stuff. And so we tell people, bring your posters, come to the wrestling event, and if you promote the Morning Disaster or Ray Lytle, you could win something, right? So this is what we tell people. So then, and I'm gonna find these photos and share them with you guys in a second. So we tell them to bring their pictures, and they come to and if they get on TV, they can win prizes. So we're expecting these decent people are going to they're going to bring all kinds of positive stuff, like mentioning me or the show. They would bring positive stuff mentioning us to get on TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
They bring.
Little did we know.
I'm going to show you here. I'll show you this photo. Here's what they bring. Look at the photo to the right. Ray Lytle is fat. This is
Mighty
what
nice of him.
this is what they bring to the wrestling event. Ray Lytle is fat. That's the signs that they bring to put on national television. Oh my God. Look at that. There it is again. There it is again. Ray Lytle is fat. That guy gets on national TV for everyone to see. Ray Lytle is fat. Oh my God.
Because I was getting that one confused because there was another event, but I think it was just a house show. I don't think it was filmed. I think it was just a house show where we were down there, and I'm not even sure if you were there for this one. It was Shaner and I were down there, and they had, I can't think of what the guy's name was. He was the afternoon jock over at WFMB, and he was out doing welcome in the crowd thing before the show. And when we were all backstage talking, we said, well, why don't we do this? And he's out in the thing announcing before the show, and Shaner and I come out to the ring and throw him against the ropes. And, you know, he slides out of the ring and runs back. And the next thing you know, he's coming back with a couple other wrestlers, and Shaner and I bail out of the ring and take off in the crowd. It was funnier than hell, but I don't believe that was the same show.
Yeah,
I think
that must have been a house show. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a house show that wasn't.
No,
filmed,
because we did when WCW came to town. Vince Russo ran it, and they let us go
right.
in. They let us do. We did the very beginning. We walked out. It was me.
Yep, so all of us went down.
Yeah,
there. Yeah.
And we walked out and did the big everything. And then when you watch the show, and I want to say this to anybody who has the WWE Network on Peacock, if you watch the episode of Thunder from May 10th of 2000, there is a wrestling match between Terry Funk and Chuck Palumbo. And they do
like a hardcore match.
They do a hardcore match. And they go backstage, right? They go backstage and they're beating the hell out of each other. And when they go backstage, you notice that that there's a guy standing backstage that they're fighting around. And then when they move in closer, it's Mikey. And so all throughout the fight, there's this guy standing in the background, and he's sort of standing there, and these guys start fighting around him, and he's just sort of looking at the guys like, what the hell? And then as they get closer, you realize, holy shit, that's Mikey. Yeah. And you see him, you see him really well. He's
they weren't 10 feet from me.
Yeah, he's very noticeable.
They were back there using mop handles, and there was stuff all set up.
Yeah,
for them to use. They were hitting each other with mop handles and trash cans, and, but yeah, I don't know why I was back there at that time. I just happened to be back there when it was going on.
Well,
just by luck,
didn't they have Shaner to hook them up with?
They broke out a limo glass out of his limo for something.
Yeah.
Remember, he brought his limo down there, and then, one of the wrestlers was in it, and other wrestlers were trying to get to him, and they broke out the glass. But I can't remember exactly who it was, and for some reason, I want to say Ric Flair was involved in that somehow, but maybe not.
There was a whole
Goldberg.
Yeah, there was a whole the Goldberg monster truck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also,
exactly what it was.
I want to mention that Billy Pretty is in the he's in our chat room today, and he
Billy,
asked
what's up?
He says, "Hey, I hope that both of you guys can make it to the celebration of Dad's life Sunday. Everybody who knew his dad, they're welcome to come. When is that? Sunday? They're welcome to come Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday at 1:00 out at the North Ender VFW.
Yeah,
It's out there on Stockyard Road.
I definitely want to go. Yeah, here's the deal.
I'm definitely planning on stopping by at some point in time.
Yeah, here's the deal. I got to be honest. I'm not walking really well right now. I mean, there's the reason.
Sure.
And you know, how busy is it going to be? Do I have will I have a wheelchair or not? And I got to be honest, it's sort of embarrassing. And so I love RTQ. I want to go. So I'm hoping to go out there.
Well, cool. Hopefully you are, and I'll see you. But I've got something else I have to do early afternoon. But then I was thinking around 3:00, I'm going to pop in there for a little while and hang out and definitely pay my respects. I plan on going for a while. So.
Yeah. I miss RTQ. I just couldn't believe,
I know.
Yeah, it just sucks.
It sucks, man. We were tight. I mean, all of us were. I mean,
well, we just saw each other. We were you had that over at Recon Techs. The biggest sponsor of our show is Recon Techs. We did a thing for Mikey at Recon Techs, and we took pictures. It was me, you, Shaner, and RTQ. We literally took, we took pictures of the four of us together. I mean, that was literally just a few months ago.
Right. Oh yeah, but last August.
That was crazy. It was
a
just
couple weeks
nuts.
after I got diagnosed. So yeah, it was just this last August.
Yeah, just nuts. Yeah.
I'm actually. Let's see here. I'm actually looking for it right now. I got to be close. Here it is. I'm sending it to you in a text message, Ray, and then if you want to post it onto your thing, you can. I'm sending it right now.
Okay, hold on. Let me check
Yeah,
my.
I just sent you the picture that was taken that day.
All right. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. And those are the four. That's the four of us out at Recon. I'm pretty sure I have that. I'm pretty sure I have that photo on my Facebook. So let me. I'll find it and share it. I know I've got that. I shared that photo as well. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, that was
a good day.
I mean, he seemed to be doing really well that day.
Yeah.
After that day, I had talked to him because he had came over. Him and Billy came by the house. Sometime in the fall. I can't remember exactly when it was. Sometime in the fall, and to buy one of those raffle tickets when we were doing the $10,000 raffle.
Mm-hmm.
They came over and bought a ticket, and he was telling me then that he'd not been feeling good. And then I talked to him over on the phone probably January or February, and I asked him if he was feeling any better, and he said no. Wow. So, I mean, I knew he had not been feeling well, but I had no idea it was as bad as it was.
Yeah, I mean, and I had no clue. Because when I talked to him, he was like, oh, Ronnie. He's like, oh, I'm fine.
Yeah.
That's what he always claimed. I'm fine. And it's just shocking.
Yes, it was.
I mean, when he died, we found out we were in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
We were in the middle of the show and somebody called in and Katie, his daughter's. Here we go. Here's the picture. Here's the picture of all of us from that day. Yeah, his daughter, Katie's husband's father. So that's who called and told us. And we were doing this show, what we're doing right now. It called us and told us that he passed away, and it was just shocking. I mean, look at that photo. How happy we are. It's Ronnie, Mikey, Shayner, and me. We all look so happy. And then Billy messaged me and said that it was true that his dad had passed away. And it was just shocking because on that day, the picture that I put up, on that day, I asked Ronnie how he was doing. He's like, I'm fine. He said, I'm fine. It sucked because, his foot, he had lost part of his foot or whatever. So he,
Right.
He said that sucked, but everything else was fine. And so that was, and then I talked to him in the winter. But when I talked to him in the winter, he was like, oh, fine, no big deal. So I was shocked. I mean, it shocked me when I found out. And it literally just, rocked my world finding out that he was gone, because to me, RTQ was indestructible. You know what I mean? Ronnie was
Right.
Just completely, invulnerable. Because I remember him fighting off that gig in Pana where he fought,
He fought like 10 people.
Yeah, he fought like he ran our security for the Itchy Pickles, and literally he fought a whole bar. I tell the story.
I think he even got cut by somebody.
Yeah. His cheek was split open. And he was spurting out blood with every heartbeat. Blood would spurt out of his cheek. And he was fighting a whole bar full of crazy Pana, people. And it was just the craziest thing.
Yeah.
And then the cops came, and then it was Ronnie and the cops fighting these crazy Pana people.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, me and the band, we were hiding. Hiding.
Yeah.
Because
When the fight first started, we were on stage playing.
Yes.
And then it was just, we only had a couple songs, and it was our scheduled break. And when we went on break, it was still going on.
We were backstage. We were backstage,
fighting.
And it was going on. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
But somebody had a knife. One of the guys had a knife.
Yeah.
And he cuts Ronnie, and it was just it was nuts. So that's what I remember. I remember that badass,
right,
who put listeners through a table.
Yeah.
The guy who, whenever anybody got out of control, the man who shut him down like that.
Mm-hmm.
That I just remember this big, strapping, strong, Herculean type man. So to me, he was just this invulnerable beast. You know what I mean? So
right.
it was hard for me to think of him being weak and dying. I couldn't even fathom it. So even when I found out, I had the hardest time believing it. It was just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big shame, man. Big loss.
Yeah. It was a shame. Yeah. But it was sad. It's just sad, Davey. We love Ronnie so much. So yeah, I'm hoping to be there. And I get a chance to see you would be cool. So thinking Sunday we're gonna go out.
If you don't get to make it, we'll be represented, because I know I am gonna stop by there for a little bit at some point in time in the afternoon. It might be more like that 3:00 hour, but
yeah,
I got something I got to do early afternoon, but I should be able to get there by 3. So.
Well, I want to go, and I know my wife loved Ronnie, and so
Oh yeah.
So we definitely want to go. So we'll just we'll see how and what time, and it's going to be a remembrance of his life. So there's going to be a ton of stories and stuff. And
we got a ton. Yeah, we got a ton.
Are you dressing up for the? Are you dressing up at all?
No,
Because
no.
I'm not. I mean, I want to shower and stuff, but
yeah, I don't dress up for nothing.
if I'm gonna go, I just don't expect me to be well dressed.
So I've already told Jody. I said, whether something happens to me in the next 3 months, or it's 3 years from now, or 30 years from now, there's only one person who's going to make that decision, and it ain't me. But I told her, I said, don't you dare have a funeral home put me in a suit. I said, you would not see me in a suit when I'm alive. So why the hell do you need to see me in a suit while I'm laying there dead?
So you're saying when you die, you're saying you don't want to be in a suit?
No, absolutely not. I told Jody to put a Kiss shirt or a Budweiser shirt on me and a pair of jeans, and that's I'll go the same way people would see me if they'd see me out on a normal day alive.
So you have made Mikey's made it very clear, everybody, when he dies, he wants to be in a Kiss shirt and a pair of jeans. So
hell, you need to put me in shorts. I don't care.
If anybody tries to put him in a suit, we are to go and
I will haunt your ass.
Well, we are to go and belittle whoever made the decision. Like whatever funeral home decides to put you in a suit, we're to ridicule and make such a stink that they change him. Cindy says a Steelers jersey, but I mean, so they change him right there. So make it very clear you don't want any kind of suit.
No suit. I want to go out in comfort, just like I would be if I was alive. So.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen you in a suit. I mean, I have, but it's been a long time.
I wore a suit. The last time I wore a suit was for Brandon's wedding.
Yeah.
The last time I wore a suit before that was my sister and my brother's funerals, which were almost about a year apart.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last time I wore a suit before that was Eric's. So, I mean, the last 10 years, I've had to wear a suit for 2 weddings and 2 funerals, and that's it. So and I just don't. I mean, I've got one, but I don't wear it unless it's there for weddings and funerals, and that's it.
So, if Kim gets married or something, your daughter gets married,
I would wear a tux. Yes.
All right.
But other than that, if I go to somebody else's wedding, I don't wear a suit. If I just get an invite to a buddy's wedding, they know I'm showing up in jeans and a button-down shirt. I ain't dressing up. So
well, at least it's not a Kiss T-shirt.
Right. No.
Like you get to that point where you just don't give a shit.
No, you're right. I don't. I just, I'll. Jody says, "Are you dressing up for this visitation?" I go, "No." I said, "I'm not. I won't walk in there with, dirty, stinky clothes, but I'm not going to walk in with dress clothes and, shiny dress shoes and a suit coat and a tie. It's just not happening."
So Billy, I know you're in the chat room. If we show up unwashed with like pajama bottoms on, if we're
smelling like booze and hookers,
if we show up with unwashed crotches and pajama bottoms and an old sweatshirt, you would be fine with that for your father's I guess it's not a visitation. He was cremated, so it's sort of like a celebration of his life. Would you guys be offended, Billy? That's the question. I just want to see how he reacts to that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that way I can determine whether I'm still going or not.
He says, "Yes, sir. I'll just call y'all Jimmy."
Yeah, Jimmy'd show. If Jimmy was still around, Jimmy wouldn't dress up for it.
No, he wouldn't. No.
No.
Uh,
He'd probably show up with some damn.
he'd show up
thing that hangs
looking
down to his knees.
He'd show up looking for.
Yeah.
Jimmy would hit on everybody. Yeah, I'm really sad about ATQ being gone. I'm really sad. Are you sad?
Let me make you feel better.
You want to go out by the dumpster? You want me to take you out back by the dumpster? Show you a good time? Show me your titties. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ray, the fair's coming up. And every single year, I don't think it's not crossed my mind once. Every year when I'm out there at the fair doing whatever I'm doing, it always crosses my mind about Jimmy having sex in the porta potty.
Yeah. in the disabled in the handicap porta
stall. I mean, every single time I'll be up on that stage announcing a band, and I'll look over that handicap porta potty, and I'll go, Jim, the photographer had sex in that thing. It will cross my mind at least once every single Illinois State Fair.
When the Pickles played there, that handicap stall was my dressing room. I would go in there and every single time, I would get dressed in there. He would come up to me and go, "Hey, a couple nights ago, Gas Girl gave me a blowjob in your dressing room." And I'd be like, "What?" He'd go, "Hey, I banged so-and-so in there last night." And he would always go into details about what kind of act he did and with who. He would go into details telling me, and I would be repulsed. That was Jimmy. He would brag any chance he got.
Oh, yeah.
Ray, you were getting dressed in the fuck room. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Jimmy.
Yeah, thanks, Jim.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
So now Sunday is another. It's RTQ.
Yeah.
As we're remembering late great show members. God, getting old sucks. Getting old really sucks.
It does, man. Like I said, it'll be hell, it was a year ago. Last Friday, July 30th, was a year ago that I got diagnosed.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
They told me I wouldn't be here in 10 months.
Yeah.
And here we are a year since then. And, I'm definitely not healthy, but, I'm nowhere near death's door by any means right now.
I mean, you're feeling good. You're getting ready you'll be at the state fair, right? You're feeling,
yes. I'm not going to do it like as many days as I normally do it. I usually am out there 8 of the 10 days. I'll probably be out there 6 of the days, and they're probably going to be like short 4, 5, 6 hour shifts. I'm not going to be out there for 8, 9 hours at a time. I'm going to cut back, and I'm always going to have a helper out there with me to help me, carry stuff in and out because we do games and prizes, and I always got boxes of shirts and
you'll still be drinking
everything else under the sun, and I'm going to always have somebody with me to help me get that stuff in and out, where I can just basically just be the mic guy and not have to worry about hauling shit in and out from my car to the into the beer tent every day. So
you still going to be drinking and having fun?
Of course.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, it is cool. Literally a year ago, you were told you might have 10 months.
Yeah. Right.
And now you still feel pretty good.
Yeah, my last when I had to go to the hospital 2 weeks ago because I got diverticulitis, and so I was in the hospital and they had to give me a CAT scan to figure out what was wrong with me, and that's when they found the diverticulitis. But why they had the CAT scan, while it was done, my cancer doctor went ahead and looked at it, and he goes, your cancer's, I mean, it's still there, but it's stable. It has not grown one iota since May, the last time we did a scan. So, and I've given up on chemo because it's just, all it did was make me sick.
Yeah.
And there's days I've called into your show, man, I just was sicker than a dog.
Yeah,
and
you sounded.
It was making me so sick.
You didn't sound good after chemo.
No, and sometimes those would last 8 days, 9 days. I'd feel like that, and then on the 14th day, I'd have to go back into the chemo chair again. So I was getting 4 or 5 good days, in every 14 days, and I'm like, I'm sick of being sick. And if it was shrinking it drastically and really taking it away, I'd have kept doing it. But I just got to the point where I said, I'm still under the cancer doctor's care because he actually got me in a trial clinic down at Barnes, and I go down there in a couple of weeks to meet with the doctor down there. They've got a new chemo drug that they are testing out, and it's directed at pancreatic cancer that has spread. And so I'm the perfect candidate to take it because that's what I got. So we've got another hope of something else. So
who knows?
Going down there, and I'll be a part of a clinical trial. And
you were told a year ago, and we've had this discussion before. It was the same thing with my brother. When my brother was first diagnosed, they said you have stage whatever. I think he was stage 4, whatever they found it. They said, you've only got months to live. He freaking he lived years.
Yeah, it was another 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, and look at you. I mean, you were told you had 10 months a year ago, and you're still around, still kicking.
Yeah,
and so listen, who knows? You could live another. You might outlive me. You might.
I always say they practice medicine. They look at the averages, and that's what they go by. They say, well, the average person usually, but for all the people that live 10 months, there's some that don't make it 10 months, and there's some that make it 10 years.
Yeah.
So I mean, our buddy Warren had the same thing. Warren Taylor had pancreatic cancer. And Warren got diagnosed in August. It was the second week of the state fair. He got diagnosed, and he was gone by the next Memorial Day. He died Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
So he only lived about 8 months. So, I mean, they give you the averages and, say, here's what, most people don't live longer than this, but,
Dude,
obviously I'm not most people.
My brother smoked. He smoked all the way till the end.
Time.
It was freaking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to the point where, what's the matter? They've pretty much given you a death sentence. I'm going to enjoy life. I'm doing everything I can to enjoy my life as much as I can until I can't. Because
it, do you use the do you use the cancer to get your wife to do some
do what? What's that?
Do you use the cancer to get your wife to do some good stuff? I mean, do you
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Do you? I'm just saying. Hey, honey, you know what I've always wanted to try? Oh, that's too. No, you're not. I mean, I have cancer. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you could have some fun. I don't know. I mean,
yeah. Well, I tell you what, I got the medical card, so I can get marijuana gummies, and you don't have to pay all. You get it for the medical. You don't have to pay the taxes.
Yeah, my daughter has that. My daughter has that. Yeah.
And the other thing about the medical card is the stuff that you get.
Yeah.
is much stronger than the.
Oh,
you bought the same thing for recreation.
Yeah.
it's not near as strong as the medical stuff. I get one of these gummies. I can't chew a half of one. If I chew a half of one, I am fucked up. I mean, I'm a freaking mess. You know, I'll be crawling across the floor. So, I mean, I chew about a quarter of a gummy, and it's you know, I feel no pain. That's for sure.
Good for you.
Yeah. But
enjoy. I mean, just enjoy, right? I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Exactly.
Enjoy, no matter how long it is. Just enjoy it.
Yep. I've you know, every the veterans, the Combined Veterans Association for the whole state of Illinois. That's who runs or who does all the bartending at the state fair, the beer tents. And every year, I pick one day of the fair, and I tell a lady from the Navy Club, say, "Hey, I will help bartend." And you know what they do is they take your hours that you worked out there, and they put those hours into money, and then that particular club gets that money for their clubs. And I got a friend of mine that she runs the Navy Club, so I always say I'll work for the Navy Club one day during the fair. And I told her, I said, I'm planning on coming out and bartending this year. She was like, sure. And I said, yeah. I said, I got a buddy of mine's going to do it with me. He's coming out too. And I said, if I get tired, I'll go sit down. And, you know, he'll continue, you know, he'll take my spot over for a while. And I said, once I, you know, have caught my next breath, then I'll get up and I'll go again. Because, you know, that's just the more of normalcy that I have, the better I feel. I don't want to feel like I have cancer, and I don't want to feel like I'm dying, that I may not be here in 4 or 5 months. I want to feel like nothing's wrong with me. And the way to feel that way is to do what you would normally do. I mean, I know I can't do it to the extent of, but I'm going to do it. You know, I got a buddy of mine I went to high school with. That's a custodian at Pawnee, and he is going to one night let me and some other guys that I went to high school with and played basketball with in the gym, and we're just going to go in there and play horse or around the world or whatever.
Shoot,
just hang out together and shoot baskets. You know, because that's something we ain't done in 40 years. So, you know, I'm just going to live life like, you know, like I'm going to be here forever. And
when you and I talk, it's this. We have the same conversation. It's always, or texting or talking or whatever. It's always the same. We just try to make each other laugh.
Yeah.
And I had a conversation with someone. They asked this. They said, "Do you talk to Mikey?" And I go, "Yeah." Oh my God, it's so sad. And I go, well, we don't talk about that.
Right.
I go, well, what's the last thing you said to Mikey? And I go, and I always tell them what we say, and they go, oh my God, that's terrible. Why would you guys talk about that? I'll be like, we just try to talk the same, you know. We try to.
Yeah.
The whole thing is making each other laugh. That's like, I'll share. Mike and I were texting not that long ago, and I apologized to Mikey. And I said, Mikey, I want to apologize because I'm the one who introduced you to Sean Balint.
Yeah.
So I know on one hand that sounds morbid, but yet at the same time, it's funny. It's just, that's the conversations that we had. It's just, you know, life is what it is for every individual. We don't know what it is, but it is what it is.
You're 100% right. You know, it's and we don't make the call. You know, there's a higher power that's making that call, and God might decide I need to be here for another 20 years, and He might decide I need to be here for another 20 days.
Who knows? You could go. They could try this new thing, and who knows how much time you'll have left.
Exactly. And like I said, I would, I would love to go back to work. And my doctor and I have talked about it, and he goes, could you sit at an office desk for 8 hours and do your job the way you did it? And I said, no, I can't stay awake for 8 hours during the day now.
Well, maybe
every day at some point in time, there's a 2 or 3 hour, whether I want a nap or not, I fall asleep. I just can't. My energy level is not what it used to be, and I just can't stay awake for that long.
Yeah.
So, no, I wouldn't be able to go and sit at a desk and work for 8 hours. And, I would love to say will be able to again, but unless this thing really helps me in St. Louis, then I don't see myself being able to ever go back to work. But, who knows?
But at least but you would try. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I miss working. I miss the normalcy. It's
right.
Everybody says, "Oh, I can't wait to retire. I can't wait to retire." And, before I got sick, I kept thinking, man, I'm not going to be able to retire till I'm like 65, 67 years old. Well, here I am 56 and I'm basically retired now, and on, Social Security. And I would love to be able to call Social Security and say, hey, I'm going back to work. You don't have to send me checks anymore.
So you're saying that you're kind of bored.
Yeah. I mean, it's that and just the fact that, to me, I need that normalcy in my life. I need it to be what it was before I got sick, and that's how I want to feel it. I get up and I go do something, and I get up here and I go, all right, it's 9 o'clock and I'm up. What do I do? I guess I could start some laundry, or because there's just, it's hard for me to drive because I have that neuropathy in my feet so bad that my feet constantly feel like they're asleep. So it's hard to control gas pedals and brake pedals when you can't feel them.
Yeah.
And so, Jody drives everywhere we go. And that never, ever I hate riding passenger.
Yeah, I would hate riding bitch.
Yeah, and I have to now because I just am not comfortable driving. And like days I have to go somewhere and Jody's at work, my sister comes and takes me, or my buddy Shane Turner comes and picks me up and takes me. I've got, I would love to not have to be like that, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So.
But outside of that, and I don't think you should not feel, stay on the, you don't have to go back to work. I'm just saying, if you feel good, go have fun. You know what I mean? You got cancer. If you could get to a point to where you feel good, have fun.
Yeah.
Do some vacationing or just go to visit places you're interested in. Do things you're interested in.
Right.
You need to go back to work. Just do things that make you happy.
Yep.
That's what you should be doing.
I sat there and debated about it because Kiss is in Chicago at Tinley Park on September the 4th, and that's Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
So my first thought was, hey, that's a good weekend to go. But I thought, when you go to a concert, I don't care where the heck you're at, everybody stands up. And I said, I can't stand for 2 hours to watch a show. So if I buy a ticket for $200 and everybody stands, after 2 or 3 songs, I'm going to have to sit down and stare at somebody's fat ass in front of me because I can't stand for 2 hours. So, and then lo and behold, out of the blue, I'm on Facebook one day and I'm just looking at Marketplace to see what's going on. And some lady had 2 Kiss tickets for sale for Tinley Park. And so, all right, I'm going to reach out to her and just ask her where the tickets are at. You know, maybe they're in a place where I can sit the whole show and, not have to worry about standing or, staring at somebody's ass because I'm sitting down and they're standing up. And lo and behold, they're in the VIP sections, which are like
VIP.
they're elevated.
Come on.
They're elevated. They're little boxes, and they're elevated. And they've got a table and chairs, and they got bartender servers that come to your actual thing and take your order and go get your drinks and bring them back. And I said, yes, I would be able to sit.
Yeah.
So I bought Jody and I tickets to go to the Kiss show. So I'm going to go get to see another Kiss show, which,
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So
Kiss makes you happy.
Yeah. So, I mean, I couldn't be more thrilled. So, but just keep keeping on, brother. That's all we do. That's all we can do.
It's we just get some happiness. That's what life needs to be. Anyway, so RTQ's thing Sunday. Hopefully, I'll see you there.
Yep. Like I said, I plan on definitely stopping by there. I know it starts at 1. I won't be there that early. Probably more like 3-ish. But I am definitely going to stop by there and hang out for a while and talk to Billy and Zach and Katie. And they want me to tell a story. I would imagine I've got a couple. So I guess since I was the one that actually was with him when we gave him the RTQ nickname, that was always a pretty good story.
Yes. Forever known as RTQ. Oh my God.
Hey, boy, and it was so funny. I told him, I said, hey, dude, I'm going to get back on Monday and I'm going to tell Ray this story. And he goes, I know it. He knew it was coming because I waited all weekend to get back in there to tell you the story because that was a Friday night concert.
RTQ stands for Ronnie the Queer.
Ronnie the Queer.
Oh, God damn.
It's the quick. Ronnie the Quick.
And Ronnie the Quick because I'm quick to beat your ass if you tell people what it means. Oh, shit. I was told there's a video of him. There's a video of him putting the guy through a table. And I'm trying to find the video. Somebody claims they gave it to me. They said we gave the video to you. And so hopefully one of these days I'll find it. And, when Ronnie put a guy through a table, the guy who called himself the Insane Luchador, Ronnie put him through a table from the back of a truck. And it's one of the greatest bits that we did. And it sounds so amazing. So they said there's video of it. And they said they gave it to me. So one of these days I'm hoping to find it and make that available so we can see it. But
Eric, my son Eric, I'm not sure where he got it. Maybe I had it all those years ago. And when me and his mom got divorced, I'd left it there, and then she gave it to him. But when I played with the Pickles and we were playing down at the Pawnee Prairie days, Eric was only like 7 or 8 years old, and we brought him up on stage to play Wipeout.
Yeah.
And after the song was over, and I called Eric out from behind the drums to come out and kind of take a bow, and Ronnie was on the microphone, and he says, hey, this is little Eric Austin. He's 8 years old. Give him a round. So Ronnie was there too, and so now that Eric has sent me that, I've saved that onto my phone, so now I can see, watch that and hear Ronnie's voice when he's doing that. So it's pretty cool.
By the way, Spanky sent me a text and says, tell Mikey I'm heading to his house with a bucket full of gummies. you and Spanky eating some gummies. I'd love to see that. Ah, shit. Yeah.
He's called me several times. He's called me several times. Of course, Belinda's called me probably about 4 times and said, hey, what's the best time to come and visit you? And I said, yeah, whenever you want to come, just tell me. I'll see you next week, and I'll call you before I come. Well, that was a month ago.
He never does.
No. No, I still ain't seen him.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
No, I'm not.
Would not hold my breath for him.
Nope, I'm not. He did come to the curve for the benefit.
That's right.
Though.
Yeah, my wife told me that she, you know.
Yep, and I saw Deidre there as well, and Dorn was there, and the dog Jeff Fredericks came out, and yeah, it was pretty cool. I saw a lot of former QLZ people. Freak.
Good old Freak.
Drove from wherever he lives. He lives way over by Champaign or someplace that he came. And so maybe that was pretty cool. I saw a lot of.
Hey, did you like that picture of Rage I sent you?
Yes.
The picture of Rage I sent yesterday was great. Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Like a fat man in a rubber suit.
Well, listen, the episode of Thunder that you're on, it's WCW Thunder from May 10th of 2000. If you guys watch it, you'll see Mikey is in the middle of a wrestling match.
Yep.
And you see him clear as day. He's on it, and it's it's on the WWE Network, which is now on Peacock. And Mikey didn't.
Like I said, I found it. I went and I downloaded the Peacock, and then I went to the WWE channel. Went down to that date, and as soon as I hit play, it came up. Oh, you must have a $5.99 a month subscription or something. And I'm like, I pay enough for all these other TV.
Well, sign up.
Paying for
do a free. Sign up for a free week or whatever. They'll give you like 7 days for free.
They never gave me that option.
Yeah.
If they would have, I would have done it, but I never got that option.
Yeah. Unless you've had.
It was that they gave you. It was like $5.99 a month for premium, or I could pay even more for that for a better package where you could watch offline and on all this other stuff. I said,
I have Infinity. If you have Infinity Internet, for free, you get Peacock.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't. I have AT&T Uverse, so I don't get it for free. And I said, I pay. I'm not gonna buy another streaming. I'm already streaming with. Well, my daughter has to have Disney Plus, and then I wanted Paramount Plus, and then we got Netflix. And then I was like, oh, I pay enough a month for TV. I'm not adding anymore.
So seeing yourself from 2000 isn't that important, is what you're saying?
No. Well,
I sent you a picture. So.
Yep, I saw the picture. Yeah, and I showed video. I said, hey, check this out. And she goes, oh yeah, shit, you are. There you are playing today. And I go, yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot more of you in that scene. I mean, you're.
But I'll tell you what else I'd like to get a video of, and we ought to we need to put this out there. Somebody has to have it. When you and I did the New Midwest Wrestling thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We were part of the match. I mean, it wasn't just. We were there and got up on the ring and said hi and waved and got out. I mean, we were part of the match.
Yeah.
And I would love to get a copy of that.
And that was in 2003,
maybe
3.
I'm not even sure.
Yeah, that was.
I know.
Yeah, I think it was like 2002 or 2003.
Yeah, I would love to get a copy of that. And I don't even know where to begin,
I'll ask Jason. He might know, or at least he might know where to start looking. So I'll be damned.
Right? Yeah, because I'm trying to think who the wrestlers were. They were.
Well, it's Tom Arson.
Arson. That's right. I was with Tom Arson
and Real World Jeremy.
Yep, Real World. That's exactly right. Yep. Yeah, we were in the. I mean, we were actually in the match,
Oh yeah.
So
the whole thing is, there was one point where I grabbed Arson's hand and pulled it, which made him lose his balance, and then you end up. I can't remember what it was. You jump. I got hit in the balls or something.
I ended up arson through Jeremy off the ropes, and when he did, I hit him in the back with a chair.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And of course, the rep didn't see it, and you were trying to get the chair from me, and I hit him with the chair, and Arson ended up pinning him and winning the.
And I got I got kicked in the balls, and it ended with me laying in the ring, and Arson won or whatever. And
yeah.
all I know is that the spot ended with me laying there in pain, while you guys celebrated the victory, and I was kind of pissed. I was going, how come you guys couldn't put me with the guy who won so I could be celebrating? I just got bitched out in the ring, so it was pretty fun. Yeah, I would love to see that though. I don't know who'd have
probably
it.
because they didn't want you to be the heel.
Oh yeah, that is. But I do remember that. Yeah, I can't remember who booked that, but
I love the heel role, so hell, that fit me perfect.
Yeah, and the guy I was with was the biggest face of the time.
Yeah.
Although I got to be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of that guy. Like I always, I loved New Midwest, but I like pinfall wrestling now. I'm a big fan of their products, though.
Right.
And a big fan of
Isn't
Casey.
that who kind of took over?
Yeah.
New Midwest.
Well, Casey won his match because of Tom Arson came back. Tom Arson was back in it, and good old heel Tom Arson showed up again, and somehow gave Casey a win. So I'm not sure how that went down, but that's what I was told that happened in the last. Kathy's in the chat room, says, I can't tell you. What does she say? She goes, I can't tell you how good it is to listen to this morning and feel good. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Yeah. I'm glad you feel good. I'm glad you guys like it.
Cool.
It's been
She's in the shower and we're talking. She's naked. She's pleasuring there. So I'm thinking of us talking.
Yes, I'm sure that's what's going on.
Well, no, it's not. So there you have it.
And the name of the show today is TITTAY Tuesday. Of which I've told this story, and I don't know if people believe it, but I told it every morning. The reason that we say that is because the morning disaster, we would have meetings every week. Every week, we would ask somebody, you guys got any ideas for next week? Jimmy would always say, hey, we should do TITTAY Tuesday every week. And I go, no, Jim, what happens on TITTAY Tuesday? And he would say, hey, it's when I go out in the mobile unit and people drive by and show me that titty. They drive by and flash their titties at me.
That was the one thing that made Jimmy so mad. Was Shayner and I going to Mardi Gras and Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it burned his ass so bad. But I'll tell you what. I love Jimmy, but I wouldn't have taken him down there. If they would have said Jimmy has to go, I wouldn't have went.
No, you're right.
Only because I went out of town just to St. Louis with Jim and had to pay for everything.
Yeah.
No one knows how much shit I'd have had to pay for if he went all the way to New Orleans. Because he never has any money. He never had money with him.
Yeah.
And I was like, I sure as hell ain't taking him down there for 3 or 4 days with no money.
Yeah, for him it was always getting high or getting drunk and everybody else paying for it. And all he would do, in all seriousness, all he would do is bitch. All he would do is, don't these fuckers know who I am?
Yeah.
And who wants to put up with that?
Yeah, it burned his ass. Hey, why am I not going down there? I should be the one seeing titties on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Why am I not going?
Well, Bill,
we don't want to take you.
We were saying that Billy's in the chat room, but he was talking about his dad. And I was talking about how when Jimmy would say something like, we would talk on the air about how Jimmy had an idea for TITTAY Tuesday. And I would always say, nobody's driving by and showing you their breast. And so we would send a couple of teams out for whatever. And then there was time where like Jimmy would be on one side of the road, and RTQ and you or RTQ and Shane or whatever would be on the other side of the road, and people would drive by, and the women would literally flash RTQ and show him their breast and not show Jimmy. So the whole bit was just pissing Jim off. But yet RTQ loved it because, he would be the one that would get the thrill, which would just make Jimmy more angry.
I posted that picture the other day on my Facebook that you had sent me with Jimmy and I. And,
the ZZ Top one, yeah.
Was ZZ Top. And I knew that picture had gotten taken when it happened. So I remember all to pose for it. But once it happened, I'd never seen it again.
I thought you had that picture. I was just
no.
Yeah, I was glad I sent it to you then.
That was one of the few pictures that, when I'm sitting back and thinking, all right, I got pictures with that guy. I've got pictures with, man, I know I got a picture with ZZ Top, but I don't have it. I don't know who has it. I don't know where to get it from. And then out of the blue, you sent that to me, and I thought, there it is. That's the picture.
Yeah.
Paul Fletcher's in it.
It's you and Jimmy and Fletch and the late Kevin Westbrook is in there, and
yep.
There's a whole bunch
Neil
of people.
Williamson,
the Sheriff Williamson, and Mickey Black, who was our receptionist at the time.
Yep.
You guys are all in the photo.
Yep, that was taken in 1998 because that morning we had a pool party. We always did those pool parties on a Friday.
Yes.
And that morning we had a pool party over in that subdivision right across the street from the airport, where all the streets are named like after planets. So you got Mars and Pluto and
did anything
those, and we had
did
a pool,
anything happen at that?
Though.
Did anything happen at that pool party?
No, I don't remember anything eventful happening while we were broadcasting, but I was living in Athens. At the time, and I knew we were going to ZZ Top, and I was like, we drank the whole morning show at the pool party. I really didn't want to drive back to Athens for the afternoon and then turn around and drive back into Springfield to go to the fair that night. So Fletcher and I and Jim, we hung out at that house all day long. Once the broadcast was over and everybody else left, there was like 10 people that stayed. And I'm not sure who else stayed, but Jimmy and I and Fletch, we all stayed. And we drank all day long. They were firing up daiquiris and margaritas, and we drank all day long. Well, it's 3:00 in the afternoon, and Fletcher and I we are 3 sheets to the wind. I mean, I was like, at some point in time, I'm going to have to pass out for a little bit so I can wake up and go to ZZ Top. And we're sitting there, Fletcher and I are sitting there on loungers. And we're just sitting there. Somebody's got music playing. They had a stereo out there and had music playing. Jimmy is in the pool swimming. And these girls are dancing. There's 2 or 3 girls that are by the edge of the pool, and they're dancing to the music that was playing. And Jimmy comes swimming up to them.
By the way, I'm just warning you guys. It's a great story.
He gets right up to the edge of the pool.
Right.
Yeah. And he's staring at him. He's looking up at their crotches. And Jimmy's like, hey, bring one of those down here. He's trying to get the girl to come down. And, he wanted to take care of the girl from the pool while she was coming down on him.
Right.
This girl gets about 2 feet from Jimmy's head, takes her hand, cocks her bikini bottoms over to the side.
To where Jimmy's thinking she wants him to have some fun with her. Yeah.
And she pissed all over his head. Just flooded him. And me and Fletcher about spit booze halfway across the yard.
Oh my God.
And Jimmy's diving under the water going, He pissed all over his face. He come up and goes, you spit? Why did you piss on me? And me and Fletcher, oh
my God.
He was so mad. He bitched about, even at ZZ Top, I can't believe that bitch pissed on my head.
Oh, I just love that story. Oh God damn.
I never laughed so hard. Being Fletch, like I said, we damn near spit beers across the yard because we were just sitting there kicking back, watching all of it. And, like, oh man, Jimmy's that girl's gonna go down there. She's gonna squat down there, and Jimmy is going to.
Yeah.
And when she did that, I was like, oh my God, she just pissed on me.
I still think that's just one of the funniest stories. Good old Jimmy.
Oh,
damn.
He was so angry. Oh God, was he mad?
Oh shit.
But somebody commented on the post when I put it on there, and I tagged Fletcher in it. And Fletcher goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot we went to that." I said, "We were really drunk." I said, "That's the day that the girl pissed on Jimmy's head," and Fletcher come back on there. I'm like, "Oh my God, I remember that." He goes, "That was hilarious." I was like, "Yeah, that was funny." But Jimmy didn't think so. He was so mad.
Oh my God. I just the thought of, I mean, because it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for some sexual thing to happen, because Jimmy was always he was always getting into that stuff. Everybody,
Right.
if you're listening and wondering how unique this sounds, it just sort of, that's just how things went back in the 90s,
Yeah.
It just, that's kind of how it worked. But the girl stopping so close and then pissing on him is what's funny, because that certainly had never happened before.
No.
Oh my God.
He was going under the water, coming up like,
she's pissing on me. Damn.
I think we laughed about that for a month, man. Every time I saw Fletch, we were laughing. That's when Fletch was playing on our basketball team.
Oh yeah,
we were playing basketball all the time. A couple nights a week. We were seeing Fletch, and oh my Lord, it was hard not to think about that. Every time I was around Fletch, we would get back to that story somehow or another.
I'll be damned.
So,
and there's the picture of the day it happened.
Yeah, that ZZ Top show was the same day. Because you can see Jimmy and I and Fletch, all three of us look like I don't know what day of the week it is. So
I'm glad I sent you that picture then, or those pictures.
Yeah, I am. I knew that was taken, and I never had seen it. When you sent it to me, I went, "Man, there's that ZZ Top picture."
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember who else had. I think maybe Fat Boy or somebody else had him, or Crash, or whoever
might have been.
Yeah,
'cause that was '98, so Fatty would have still been there.
Yeah,
I don't think Fatty left until like 2000, 99 or 2000. So yeah, Fatty or possibly even Crash even.
Yeah, I'll be
Fatty.
damned.
But you would think they would have been in the picture. So I don't know who would have taken the picture.
Yeah, I don't know who took it.
They were.
It might have been somebody with the record company. That might have been why they had
highly
it.
possible.
That might have, because that's where I got it from, is them. So
yeah,
that might have been why they had the picture. So it might have been a record rep that took it. It would have been ZZ Top, would have been Universal. I can't remember the name of the label, but it would have been.
Yeah, I don't remember they were on either.
Would have been the record rep. But anyway, awesome. Yep. Well, good to talk to you, buddy.
Good time. Yeah, you too, Ray. You too. I'll try to remember to call in a little more often. Just say hi.
It's just a pleasure to, right, Steve? It was a pleasure to hear from
Mikey. It's great to hear, Mikey.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, thank you. Much appreciated. So
hopefully we'll see you Sunday. Hopefully we'll see you Sunday
out at the fair. I'll be watching my Facebook page, and I'll be eventually actually announcing the actual days I will be at the fair, doing the games and giving away prizes, because I got the guys from Scaff from Budweiser brought me a slew of stuff. I've got T-shirts, I've got bottle coolies, I've got can coolies, I've got hats, I've got beads, and we're going to give them all away at the Bud Tent. And we're just going to have a good time when the bands are on break and play games and have fun and just enjoy the fair, because last year we didn't have a fair. So nice that we're back in the swing of things this year. So
let's just have fun and enjoy one this year. All right, partner.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to talk to you, as always.
You too, Ray. I'll talk to you guys later.
5'10",
Talk
Mikey.
5'10", 2000, WCW Thunder. See Mikey in the wrestling event. Mikey, good to talk to you, partner.
You too, bud. I'll see you
later. There
Bye.
you go. Good old Mikey. Oh, goddamn. Dude, that Jim story is so funny. I remember when that happened, they called me. They actually called me and told me right after it happened. Mikey and Fletch called me. They go, "You're never going to believe what happened." And I go, "What?" And they run down the whole thing to me about the girl getting right as we're super close to Jimmy. And how she leaned her ass out over and literally put her pubic region right in Jim's face. So Jimmy was going up to, I can't even, he was wanting her to sit right on his face while he was lifting himself out of the pool. And the girl pees on him. It just, the story is so bizarre. But and Mikey, they were telling me that it was in his face and his hair and his mouth, and like the pee was everywhere. It's just so disgusting. Oh, but because it's Jim, it's such a funny story. Oh well. And by the way, if I remember, I want to say the women were probably upper 30s, early 40s, but attractive women. And, at the time we're in our 20s or, and Jimmy was probably in his 40s, but at the time, that's what was happening. Just crazy. Oh well. Well, listen, we're out of time. But Steve, your phone sounds good today.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
I had a whole thing I was going to reveal. I was going to reveal something. I was thinking about this. Maybe I'll put it on Facebook later. If TJ was still around, I have something to reveal that would make TJ. It would make TJ so angry. It would make him so angry that I'll have to share with you guys on Facebook. I was going to reveal it on today's show, but we ran out of time. But I have to reveal something that happened yesterday that is going to bring joy to someone. But all I kept thinking about was, oh shit, if TJ was still on the show, he would be so angry. So maybe I'll reveal what it is on Facebook later. But for sure, I'll definitely talk about it tomorrow. So I have a couple announcements to make.
Cool.
Some stuff that happened yesterday that I want to bring up. And also invite you guys to come back tomorrow. We have all kinds of stuff. We got all kinds of things to talk about. And we'll get to tomorrow. I didn't get to any news or anything. We just had a great conversation with Nick and by the way, congrats to Nick on his picture.
Definitely.
Bragging about his weight loss. And congrats to Nick's very happy wife who was on with us. And it was good to talk to Mikey and RTQ's son, Billy, who was in the chat room today, saying that the celebration of his father's life is Sunday.
Right. I used to go to the races with Ron.
Yeah. Ronnie was such a good guy, man. He's such a good guy. Yeah. So good. That is Sunday. So, if anybody has a chance to come out, we highly recommend you guys coming out and seeing the event out. It's at the Stockyards. Sunday at 1:00 is when it starts. So, if you get a chance to celebrate Ronnie, it would be really special. All right, we got to wrap it up. I got to go work out, buddy.
Yep.
Take care, everyone. We'll talk to you tomorrow. All right. Talk to you tomorrow.